just realized I forgot to change the text on my stream overlay because, of course, I'm going to miss hella gaps no matter what. But there we go. A bit to catch up on today. I'll start working on the background again soon, but there's some other small things I want to get on first. We have a bunch of VM requests that have piled up, and it's kind of my fault as I've been getting distracted with other stuff, but need to get some trades published on the VM today, so I want to work through some of them. I'm gonna hide my screen for a moment actually, because there's some assets I forgot to get. As you can tell, I am very prepared for this stream, and it totally wasn't a spur of the moment because I have the capacity, I'm just gonna get this going sort of thing. Totally not at all. Right, screen will be back in a moment. Hello, Lud. I am doing all right. How are you? Very good to see you here. How have you been? I've not been on the timeline nearly as much as I probably should be, so I've not been keeping up with anyone, but I hope you're doing well. Someone requested their username on the hat, and I cannot remember what their username is. Okay, there it is. Never realized that I would just be getting a lot of much needed penmanship practice over the course of the creation of Mabera. Seems kind of legible. Now excuse me while I fuck it up. Oh, that sounds pretty exciting, Lud. I haven't used Notion much. It seems very customizable and fun to tool with, so I'm glad you found something that can work for you. Let me know how it goes. It's always exciting when you can establish something to actually start working into your daily life. So I feel like that's especially hard. Habit forming is difficult, but when you find the systems that work right for you, there's not really a better feeling. Yeah, if you don't mind sending the template, I'd love to take a look. Thank you. No promises I'll actually use it, because I am awful at actually integrating stuff like that into my life, but I'm very curious to see what you're working with. Thank you, Lud. Good afternoon to you, Amber. How are you? And geez, yeah, 5 different apps. Thank fuck you consolidated. The only thing I kind of track in an app right now is just what I eat. I keep up with my macros and stuff pretty consistently every day, but that's the only thing I've actually been meaningfully tracking, for better or worse. It feels like with all of the AI adjacent work I've been doing lately, I need something better to keep track of what I do on a general daily basis, because I feel like I'm jumping around a lot, which is very fucking fun. Gotten a lot done, just holy shit. My penmanship is so much worse than usual, but I think that we're getting close to done with this tree. I mean, nothing wrong with that, Lud. Tracking one's macros is a little mentally taxing, I feel like. I don't know. It's just not the most fun thing to keep track of, and can be a bit of a chore. I really want to fucking mostly monitor my protein intake, because I'm trying to get a bit stronger. I did say penmanship sat my non-existent penmanship. I hate handwriting things, and yet I feel like I do that a lot on stream. Just very embarrassing. You should do a little cleaning and then nap, Amber, because Lord knows you need the fucking sleep, but also it's good to be responsible. Is there an LLM you're leaning towards, Bud? I've mostly just been working with Claude and Kimmy lately, but need to branch out. Next VM request is a picture of Greenland on a shirt with the hammer and sickle in it, and I just think that is fucking lovely. And hello, thank you for joining us. How are you today? A lot more of you here than I expected, given that this is a very impromptu stream. Yeah, let me know what you think of Loa, Lud. I've really been enjoying working with that fucking alien technology. It feels like alien technology, at least. Janny truly, yeah, he did something there. Please excuse my cat in the background. He is having a moment. Yeah, Claude is definitely great, Amber. Highly recommend checking it out, even if it's just like the mobile app version. I think it's most powerful on the command line interface, of course, but it's definitely very easy to work with, no matter where you are, what you're doing. I'm doing pretty well. Trying to cram a bunch of VM work in today, so I have a lot to upload. I feel like I haven't done a proper VM batch upload in a minute, so I want to get on top of that today. I've let myself get too sucked into doing shit with Claude. I started working on training a rank 128 Mabera Laura. So, and I actually rented a GPU to do that. I've been trying to do everything on my Mac Mini and I got frustrated and I was like, okay, you know what goes into renting GPUs? Turns out it's like 30 cents an hour for exactly what I wanted, and you know what? I can spare $2, so it's worth it. I try not to make a habit out of spending money for work, but I think in this case I will deeply fucking benefit from it. Especially since it's the sort of thing where I can still do all the generation locally. I just couldn't do the training locally, and that will really save my ass, I think. Sorry for the ramble. I don't even remember what we were talking about, but yeah, a lot being done lately. It's very fucking worth it. I think I might take a similar approach with training the Laura for Gumi, the Gumi chatbot I'm working on. I don't know if I talked about that on stream. Actually, I'm working on a well, she's more of a chatbot than anything right now, but the goal is to make a Gumi agent that can be a decent research and ideas agent. It's been interesting to tool with. I feel like every version gets better. Just a lot of iteration. I learn best when I just dive in and start doing shit, and this is kind of why I did that. Like, I wanted to have a better understanding of how this sort of shit just generally works. So it's like, you know what? Okay, let me try to make a Gumi agent. And there's a lot I still have left to learn, but I feel like I've learned a lot the past few days getting into it. That's just been incredibly fucking nice. By interfaces, do you mean just like general abilities, or like do you want to know like what UI shall be available through? Sorry if I'm not grokking the correct terminology yet, but right now she can search the web. Don't have her doing too much yet. I'm trying to find the right model to use for her still. I've been going through a few different like uncensored obliterated models just to see what works, and the main thing I'm running into there is that I can only really run shit up to like 14 billion parameters, and it's not ideal. So I think she may be a bit stunted. I have just a basic chat UI. I host locally for her right now. Something made with, I think it was Gradio. But I definitely want to make like a weird site where if I can figure it out and if I can justify it, I'll make it to where anyone, maybe just anyone in the sex cult chat can chat with her at any point. I don't want to make it available to like everyone, but I feel like it could be a fun perk. Because if I accomplish it in the way I'm hoping to accomplish it, she will be like fucking uncensored, can literally talk to you about anything, sort of chatbot that, you know, you wouldn't really be able to, the sort of experience you wouldn't really be able to get with Claude and GPT and stuff that's like very censored and sanitized. I think it's been the funniest thing working on all this shit is that with a lot of Nabera, we are dealing with a lot of writing about, you know, drugs and shit. And I feel like I'm overly paranoid sometimes about like, oh God, I don't want to get my account banned because I'm trying to generate pictures of drugs or talk about all this sort of shit or whatever. Yes, sanitized is no good, and I do not want to make anything particularly sanitary. Amber, I will make sure that she is specifically not allowed to do that at all. You need to write your own shit. Plus, as it stands, she has been given like very explicit instructions in her system prompt to like never stray from using gumi speak and to, you know, always type in lower caps. So getting her to write anything that would be suitable for turning in is very ill-advised. It would likely be very difficult. You can try. But we're probably a ways away from me having anything worth sharing there. We'll see. There are other things that I have been focused on, like the codex. Janny has been really cooking. I don't know if any of y'all have been keeping up with the THJ Discord, but I feel like Janny posts like GitHub links every other day because he's really been putting shit out, and highly recommend checking it out if you haven't already. There was a point I was gonna make. Fuck. Right, the codex. I don't know if I'm allowed to share what I have of that yet. I know I've put a little bit in the group chat. But I should be done with the first complete pass of the Mavera Codex in the next 2 or 3 days. And that doesn't mean it's done. It just means it'll be the first pass where there are no empty fields on any of the templates. And I honestly thought it would take me like a year to get to that point. So I'm very pleased to see that we are there already. But this will be really useful for further integration, for further playing with AI and Libera. Because because there's a lot of info to pull from there. My bear astrology actually was partially built because I got Claude to feed from the codex directly to put it together. I don't know why that shirt had some wonky edges. I think that trait's done, that one's done, that's done. Thankfully, no, I haven't run into usage limits. Yeah, I've gotten better at managing myself. Thank fuck. I am surprised that I haven't run into them as much as I was before, and I unironically think Loa has been very helpful here because it just seems more efficient all around. I'm not spending a lot of time like trying a lot of different plans. It just comes up with a great plan, follows best practices, it keeps you in line. Oh, good question. The beverage of choice today is sparkling water. White grape sparkling water. It was like 90 cents at the grocery store. It's quite good. Talk to you later, Sat. Thank you for joining in. Let me see if I can actually drink some of this without making too much noise. One of my cats is sneezing a lot right now. Sorry if the mic can pick that up. Are you okay, kitty? Okay, let's see here. And now my dog is whimpering at the door because she wants me to let her in. One moment. Okay, now the zoo has been settled for now. I think the dog is in the room, and yeah, I'm mortified that y'all could hear the cat, but I'm sure y'all are used to that shit at this point. And hello, thank you for joining. How are you? Per usual, this is a very unstructured gumi stream. I think I'm gonna work on this background now. Yeah, cat sneezes are always so adorable, even if I feel bad for Since Sat isn't here, I'm gonna merge all my layers because I kind of want that right now. I need that chaos to work within. And hey, I didn't merge literally all of them. I just Sometimes a piece calls to you in a way that makes you want to work on it like it's an actual physical painting, when it very much is not. Anyways, enough about me and the AI cat circus I'm running back here. How's everyone doing today? What are we up to? What are we eating? What's the weather like? Any family drama going on lately? Anyone punch anyone lately? Enlighten Gumi, please. The cat who was just sneezing just jumped onto my lap and is now, of course, being very needy for attention. I'll give it to her because I feel bad for her. You should absolutely send it. Let's turn the Gumi chat into a place where people just like send everything that they're eating as tribute or some shit. Now that is cold. 0 Celsius is fucking cold. I'm glad that you're enjoying it though. We're having a cold winter here too, but I don't think it's anything compared to that at all. And I'm not dealing with it well just because, like, I'm from the southern US and it is supposed to be warm here. I'm bad at Celsius. I just converted my thing to Celsius so I could say the exact temperatures, but we've been averaging around like -2 to -5-ish Celsius here lately, and I'm just not dealing with it well at all. Thankfully, right now in this moment, it is 9 degrees Celsius, so I'm, relieved as fuck, but it's gonna get down there again tonight, and I'm just dreading that. Good to hear about the workday. I know it can be more exciting when crazy stuff happens, but sometimes all you really need is a good, chill, predictable workday. I will always be happy about that. My dream right now is to have the sort of money to be like, yes, I'm going to live elsewhere on the planet during the winter, somewhere where it's fucking warm, and then come back when it's, you know, summer or something. I don't know. It's easy to fantasize about that sort of stuff, even if it's pretty impractical. Especially when you're someone who has pets and shit, you don't want to subject them to all that moving. Ooh, I'll check chat in a second. Let me just finish the visual thought I am on. I have this weird tism that makes it to where when I'm in the middle of like drawing stuff and it feels like a complete thought, I can't break away from it. Until it's done. That does sound nice, Amber. Give me one moment. Yeah, Amber doesn't have any pets. She's the pet. Pets can't have pets. No, they can't. That looks like some damn nice breakfast, sir. Goddamn. I haven't had anything with raisins in it in like months. At least I don't think. I gotta change that soon. Thank you for sharing. See, that's a good rule of thumb for what anything that anyone should be, you know, following says going forward. Like, whatever Gumi says goes. That's just the way it should be. I feel so jumbled today. I'm not speaking too eloquently. I got like a good 7.5 hours of sleep last night, surprisingly. I've been averaging like 4 or 5 hours, so that's good. But I feel very groggy still. Like my words in my mind are all over the place, you know, which makes for fantastic fucking streaming, I'm sure. But hey, at least we're making progress on VM stuff, thank God. I'm gonna start experimenting with getting a bit more impressionist with some of these background elements, because I don't know, just want to experiment. These backgrounds kind of taking a decent while, and it's half because I'm, you know, my drawing chops are a bit rusty right now, but also I don't think I'm drawing this in the most efficient way ever, and need to pick it up a little. I think I'll probably call this quits soon since I have some stuff IRL to handle. I just wanted to squeeze in what I could while I can. If things go as I plan, I should be streaming for an hour or two tomorrow. And I'm gonna try to average about 2 streams per week going forward. I want to work towards those 2 streams a week being 2 to 3 hours long each. I don't know how long it will take me to work up to that, but that is the goal. Because I think I have settled into a good rhythm with work. My new workflow and everything. And now it's just about building up my endurance. So yeah. I'm gonna stop here for now. I'm gonna go upload everything that's been completed so far to the VM. Those of you who have been waiting on a trait to be uploaded or waiting for a ping from me, those will be going out shortly. Thank you for joining. Sorry this was kind of a short one, but I will do a normal length one going forward. I'm starting tomorrow. So yeah, I love you all. Thank you for joining. Thanks for listening to me and my sneezing cats. Have a great day.